Go home to your pantry and take all the labels off of your food. And then when you go to the cupboard, you don't know what you're going to get that evening. A few weeks ago, we got an email from Kevin Riggs, which contained a video. And the video, ostensibly, was to show everybody that Democratic senators and congressmen were responsible for our financial crisis. It did this by making statements of conclusion and then taking a little clip of something that a senator or representative had said and ostensibly proving the statement they had made with the clip, much in the way that you see on the Comedy Channel or David Letterman when they're putting their little videos together. It was the lamest video I have ever seen. But, you know, it's political season and there's a lot of competition for this award. Fortunately, I've been on a very restricted political diet, so this was the lamest for me. And at first, your first reaction is, this is ridiculous. First of all, we have all these other people to blame. We can blame, but we have this shadow banking system created by one person. We had loose money policy created by another person. We had all the fools making loans to people when they knew they couldn't pay them back, and all the people borrowing money that they knew they would never pay back, and people buying and selling securities having no idea what the risk was involved. In fact, the beautiful thing about the financial crisis is that there is so much blame to go around, you get to pick anybody you want and blame them. And my initial reaction to this video was, what is it about human beings that makes them want to blame? Why is it that we want to blame somebody? And I don't know the answer, but I have an answer, and I think the reason we want to blame somebody is to separate the problem from ourselves. If we can blame somebody else, then let them fix it. However, in this particular situation, we all have to fix it. And the interesting thing is, when the brightest minds in the country are trying to figure out what the problem is in a way that they can actually go about solving it, we still have people running around trying to fix blame. Of course, this is pure insanity, but it's very common for people to engage in pure insanity. There's an adage that's attributed to the Japanese that goes like this: fix the problem, not the blame. Now, if we can get focused on the problem, well, that would be good luck for us. That, however, is not what I really want to talk about. The real problem involved with this situation isn't that we want to fix blame. It's that we want to fix labels on people. If we call somebody a Democrat, a liberal, a Republican, a hawk, if we identify them with any label, it allows us to reproduce, to bring to the surface our prejudices, so that we no longer have to think of them as a person or their ideas as something to be considered. Because we can put them in a box and decide that we don't like them. I mean, follow the logic of the video. Let's just assume that there were certain members of Congress that were Democrats that were responsible for the financial crisis. Is the conclusion then that we should never vote for any Democrats again because they caused this financial crisis? Don't we get to take people one at a time and listen to them? I have an old quote, and I'm kind of an old guy, so I'm not sure where the quote comes from. I think it comes from Malcolm X, and I'm pretty sure it doesn't come from Annette Funicello. Malcolm X had some advice. He said, don't label yourself and don't let others label you. Labels can kill. Now, I don't know why he said labels can kill. But I remember as a child seeing Malcolm X on the evening news, and he said, I am an angry man. He didn't say he was a black man. He didn't say he was a Muslim. He didn't say he was a radical. He did not put any label on himself. He simply said, I am an angry man, and left it to the listener to determine whether you were interested in why he was angry. This can needs a label to describe its contents, but a person does not need a label. And there is a subtle but profound difference between describing and labeling. And the difference is between seeking understanding and hiding behind ignorance.